Good evening. And we're back from the guys from We Not Smart Podcast. Guys, please, if you have anything you want us to talk about, send us a mail, drop a comment in YouTube. Our YouTube channel is We Not Smart. Just type it in, you'll get us. Okay? And please share. You can catch us on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you can find podcasts. There we are. We're back tonight with me, Paige, and Casio, and we got Jake still in the house. Let's get started, guys. Tonight, money.
Right, so this is Cass. Sitting here with Paige and sitting here with Jakes. Tonight we're gonna have a topic about money. What is the right age to go to the bank, open up a bank account for your child, and then what happens to that money that's in the bank? Does it stay there? Because obviously everybody knows that you don't earn interest on a bank account if it's registered to your child. It's a non-savings account. My thing is still this, Paige. If your child does house chores and you give him pocket money and you pay that money into his bank account and you still tax him on that money as well, does he learn really something in life, or doesn't it?
What you're trying to get at is that somehow a parent is trying to teach a child a valuable lesson that he will see in life later about how the monetary system works in life, in adult life, You have this money, can, certain things attached to the money, certain things that gets deducted, and you will have to think about it and prepare yourself for it. It's something you will have to keep a hand on and control of in life. And I think that is probably what half the parents think. Or let's say half the parents think that. And then maybe you have another 25% that thinks, something that can teach a child that, but also the 25% things like, you can put some money every month, little bit. End of year, you can buy yourself something nice at Christmas with your own money. And that 25% is probably what your poor lower class income people think, right? That 25% think that. This is your farm, your guys working on a farm, a lot of manual labor people getting low income jobs. The kid has something end of the year. He can buy something with his own cash, right? His pocket money is saved. Some nice toy or clothes or whatever. And then you have another 25% that nobody even probably thinks about, right? And those are the ones that uses that concept and stretches it out and take it to another level, completely another level, that you should actually, that all 100% should actually think about. Right? But we rarely even think, we don't even think about it. Right? And it came to me last year, and I'm 36 years old, and it only came to me at the age of 36. My little one is now 3 years old, and I started thinking about her future. Right? And then it dawned upon me, man, 36, are you kidding me? Couldn't this little piece of knowledge or wisdom or advice come earlier from somebody older than me that told me this? Why do I have to think about it? You know? And I asked myself, okay, I got my first bank account as soon as I was at the age eligible to get one. I can't remember the age. My father got me and my brother one. I think it was a joint thing, right? And we saved. I can still remember the total. I think it was 120 for the whole year. It was years ago. 120 was not a lot of money, but it was just something to buy as a toy end of the year, right? And we knew a nice cheap wholesale toy place in close to the Grand Parade, Cape Town. I don't think that place exists anymore. It was still around 5 years ago, and we bought a keyboard for that money. Right? Keyboard was extra 140 rand. My father added another 20 or something, and then we bought the keyboard, right? And that was just something to buy a toy. Now, gents, do you think, and this is no hating on these people, this is we should learn from them. People that are doing better than us and they're doing things better than us, don't look at them with skew eyes. Ask them, how do you do it? I want to learn from you. Right? Do you think a successful or mildly successful, or just, going around okay in life, Jewish person would do the same thing with his child that he's taking to the bank and opening an account? What is he opening that account for? Now he is that 25% that takes that concept and stretches it out and takes it to the new level. What do you guys think he tries to tell that kid what to do with that bank account? Just try and let your imagination go. What do you think?
I think if it comes down from a Jewish person, I think the first thing in line is basically for that child to be financially free, in the sense that he can basically start his own business, or
maybe the kid is 13, 12, right?
Now if he's 13, 12, then basically he's
not gonna open a business.
He's basically opening up doors for that child. That's what I think. Because remember, there's certain that now I understand why there's certain children that really they don't go party. Really they don't spend time with family. They always occupied with something. And it's not always that I thought that, look here, okay, cool, I need to be here or I need to be there, but they constantly busy learning themselves, or the father will come ahead and help the child actually in like I said, in saving money, investing money. Where's opportunities to put your money? Where can you take money? Because the thing that I've learned now, I'm 37.
No, let's say, right, let's say the kid is 13, just starts high school, right? Mm-hmm. That the father opens him an account, father or mother, right? And the father gives him 1,000 rand.
He's not going to buy toys with it. He's not going to buy luxuries with it.
And what do you think that father's going to tell that kid? Okay, I'm putting in this account. This is a savings account, a normal savings account. This is your money, alright? To do with what you want. We're still gonna give you a little bit of money every month for you to buy something small, not a lot, alright? 50 rand, 100 rand, I don't know what to give kids these days. And what do you think that the Jewish dad or mom is gonna tell their kid to do with that 1,000?
To invest that money. So you'll have to.
Right, the kid's not legal, it's not enough legal age to invest in that money. Let's say that.
But at least he can learn now, because
he can learn.
Remember, you said, let's say for example, like you said, he's starting out with $1,000 and he's still earning money during the month. So they will teach him like in that manner, like whatever you can use and whatever we giving you is like it's now like a salary. So somehow like we said that percentage. So now the child was learning the percentage. And I think that's where they good at maybe at the percentage.
Now let's say, right, he puts that money into an account that generates every month, gets a little bit more. Right? Let the bank doesn't give you a lot, right? A little bit more. You guys know that the Jews are historically very good for finances. Right? Now they're trying to teach that same concepts of finance and business-wise, business-minded. They're trying to teach to that kid. And they're going to use that bank account and that 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
Right? How do you bring in that culture, that concept of finance the way the Jews do it? Right? For him to start learning those concepts. What are you going to tell him? Oh, maybe go do this, or maybe you should move like this for the money. No. What do you think? Because you know, what I might think is, okay kid, you got 1,000. Now this money can grow till the end of the year, right? But by the end of the year, on this 1,000, you're only gonna have 200. You're gonna have 1,200. Now, it's your 1,000 to do what you want. Here's a couple of ways you can grow this 1,000. All have risk. Alright? And here's 5 ways you can grow this 1,000. I will give you only 2 risks per every 5 examples. Right? 5 ways to grow the 5,000. On every one of these 5, I will give you 2 risks. In reality, there are 5 risks. Right? It's for you to find out the other 3. And find the 1 or 2 that's best suited to your 1,000. Now you can put, and this can be, let's say one of them is you go buy a couple of vegetables from this farm. Let's say this is the one of the 5, right? You buy these vegetables at this farm, you sell these vegetables at that pizza place, alright? And they make pizzas with it. Alright? These are the risks. In transport, sometimes the stuff gets damaged or goes missing. Right? Sometimes you buy the stuff and you don't know the stuff expires the next day. Alright? Those are the 2 risks to go buy this vegetables, right? And you can go sell it to that pizza place and they will buy it. Guaranteed. I already talked to the guy. Right? Guaranteed. And you're gonna make more money on your 1,000. Alright? You need to go find out the other risks. 3 other risks. Now that kid learns that by himself he has to rather A, go visit the farm and see how the farm is. My dad said there's 3 more risks. Maybe there's something on the farm. Right? You find something on the farm. The water they use is not of good quality. It's a bit polluted. The vegetables don't taste so nice. Alright? The vegetables don't look so nice. So I will get a lower price for it from the guy. He's gonna buy it, it was guaranteed. He's gonna buy it for cheap.
Okay,
Alright? That's 1. Now he goes, oh fuck, it's only 1. I need 2 more. Alright? He goes around. Now he finds out that the guy's reputation, like the places he sells his vegetables, it says the vegetables will last for 7 days. But if you take the same vegetables in the shop, you find out from the customers and the shops, No, this guy's vegetable sale only lasts 3 days. But the people that buy it use it that same day. So they never know. It only lasts 3 days. Even if you say it lasts 7 days. So if I buy something and it's still maybe by the 4th day, I think I am safe. But the stuff is already going bad. And maybe by the time I go to the pizza place, he rejects the whole bunch and I lose completely. Alright? And maybe there's another risk. The third one, to make it up. Alright? The guy sells him the stuff. Alright? And somehow his stuff is not 100% passed by the health and safety. Sometimes he cuts some corners, or sometimes the guy that does the packaging for him, not him, he just sends it maybe to a packaging place, and then you go pick it up at the packaging place. Right? He sends it in these big bins to the packaging place. I'm coming here to get that farmer's vegetables. Now you find out at the packaging place they use some, when they spray the stuff clean, right? There's some chemicals. And then the stuff has a chemical taste to it. The farmer doesn't even maybe know about this. And then when it goes to the pizza, it puts a strange smell on the pizza. Nobody knows where the farmer doesn't know where it comes from. Pizza guys don't know where it comes from. Right? Now he is learning how to research his market. He's learning business, market research. Right? Stuff like that. It's making him business savvy. What that Jewish parent is not teaching that kid to grow his money. That was never the goal. The goal was not to make that 1,000 more. He's teaching things that go around business. Alright? The other stuff around business, to grow the business, to make the business successful. He's teaching him that. Now if that starts learning that at 13 years old, and other puts maybe more difficult, more other challenges on him. Okay, now you have more money, now you're running some small little business, now have workers, now how are you going to handle people? Now a 13-year-old has to learn people in HR. It might be another bunch of kids, but he's learning that at 13. See what I'm saying? What is that kid's going to be by the time he leaves school?
He's going to be a millionaire.
He might not be a millionaire in the bank.
In the bank, but he's a millionaire.
But a millionaire in business experience, he might be getting close there. And by the time he's out of school, that kid's going to be so business savvy. Alright? He might, or by the time he leaves school, he might have a very big business running already, or he is so business savvy, go to a business school. He already has a resume of what he's done. He can already talk the business language, already know how the world works. He's going to be very successful.
Look,
that's what we should be teaching.
I think it's the same principle where I can say that basically, look, about this farmer who said that he doesn't need money, he doesn't need to go on holiday, he doesn't need to go to school or let his grandchildren or whatever go to school. So what this chief, what he did was basically they approached him and said, look here, we want to buy your land, but we're going to buy your land and we're going to put houses on here, flats, we're going to put swimming pools, all the shops, and you guys can have this and that and all that kind of things. And so one thing that the guy mentioned to him, the salesperson mentioned, is that the people are going to be able to work, they're going to be able to earn a salary, they'll be able to drive nice cars and goes on holiday and stuff like that. And the chief asked him, but why do I need that money? Why do I need this? And the one thing that he said, like, you can go and take your family to an holiday and nice waterfalls and stuff. And the chief said, but I'm on holiday already. Because it's not about the money principle, I think. It's about how do you make your life actually easy as possible.
like it comes. There's a very old saying where it comes down to a rich man is rich when he's happy with the things he has. Right? When you are satisfied and happy with what you have, nobody can offer you something that you still want.
Yeah, because that's the thing, and I think most of the time I heard this from another guy. He said that what COVID actually teach him and also teaches me was that you can make it with the minimum. You don't need to earn 50,000 rand to make it a month. I mean, if there's people that makes it with 3,000 rand, who the hell am I to say, look here, I can't make it on 3,000 rand. I need to earn 20,000 rand to actually survive. Because which is wrong. Because I mean, if I use the same example like he's using now, it's like once I know what I'm good at, I can change other people's lives. And not changing people's lives by putting money in their pocket or telling them, look here, I'm going to make you a slave. Because that's what government wants you to be a slave. That's why government...
And yesterday I was in the shower. These Einstein moments always happen in the toilet for some reason. Okay. I'm rather on the job dropping another bomb, or I'm in the shower, And I'm in the shower and I just thought, man, I don't want to die a slave. I don't want to die a slave. And I had this conversation when I was still working in the Middle East with a colleague of mine. And he was from, I think he's originally from Palestine. But he was living in another country, small little island country, also in the Middle East. I can't get to it. Bahrain. He was living in Bahrain, right? And he said, "Yeah, man, and we had this discussion about us all being slaves. Everybody on the planet, almost 99% of people are slaves, unless you are living somewhere off on the land and you're living from the land and the government can't come get you and ask for tax. You are a slave, right? Because you have to pay tax, you have to make money. Even if I was living now on a mountain close here, right? If I get sick, I need money to go buy medicine. Right? I need money to go buy medicine, right? And the moment you have to make money to buy medicine, you are back into the slave market. Everybody's a slave. We all have to work against our will, right? Even if you want to work, but even those that don't want to work must work because you need to get that money to eat. To get that money, to get that medicine. And I just thought to myself, man, I hope before I die one day, even if it's that final day, I just want to say to the government, I don't need to make money to give you anything. I don't need to go do something to generate money so you can get tax. For me to take another breath, for me to put something in my stomach, for me to go make something to buy some medicine. I want to die a free man, free from everything. But this is the world we live in, man. Look at the slave world.
I believe in 1980, that time already, people actually started to basically do this retirement funds and stuff like that. And what I've noticed now is that in 2021 is that where they say that if you want to retire, you need to have a certain amount of money already lined up for you, because the cost of living is so expensive and it gets more and more expensive. I went to the shop, a normal local grocery store, and I checked out the prices of eggs, and I knew it was still like 29 rand or something like that for 18. And I came back for large eggs, and I came back and I checked the price was like 37 rand. And I'm asking me now, if inflation goes up by 30%, how do you get from 29 to 37? So you want to tell me, if you work for 10,000 rand, alright, and I give you 7% increase, because that's basically just to cover for inflation and stuff like that that's happening. And Sarah still needs to come around to eat your money, right? And you get to the shop and you find yourself paying 8 rand more for eggs than what you used to pay.
You know, you just triggered a memory that I had when I was in high school. You just triggered a memory. I was in class one day and I didn't take any business subjects.
Okay.
Alright. But for some weird reason, I landed in the business class. Maybe my class's teacher wasn't there the day he was sick and I was forced to go sit with the other kids in this class, right? And you remember that teacher, the hot one, Wanza,
Okay.
that passed away?
Alright.
Alright? And they were talking about something, and then they said something about inflation, and then and she said, and we need to adjust it because things go, and all the business kids in the class, that business economics say, yes, we need to adjust it because inflation always goes up. And I'm like, yeah, I don't understand in detail as they do, right? Obviously. And I was like, yeah, I've heard this thing around, it goes up, right? Every year things get more expensive. They understand it better than me. It goes up. And you know, what is actually, and they all look so fucking clever saying that and very satisfied with themselves. You know, it is that they knew this. They knew this. But now, if you really think about it, right? It goes up, things get more expensive, we need to adjust it. And I'm like, but guys, don't you see what this means? You have two curves. Inflation going like this and your salary going like this. Alright?
It doesn't make sense.
Inflation is going at
more
at 50 kilometers an
higher
hour.
more higher rate,
Right.
and your salary is going at 10 kilometers.
And you're selling them at 10 kilometers. Don't you guys see what's gonna happen? It's right now it looks like this. But it looks very close to each other. It just started. Right? It is year one. It just started. It's close to each other. Don't you guys see what this is going to be like in year 100?
That's what they
Take
say.
that concept to the max.
Yes.
And tell yourself what the world's going to look like.
That's why they
If
say.
what you're saying is true.
That's why they say you can't retire on your own pension, because remember this: if you between 65 and 85, there's no money coming.
Man,
Yeah, that's clear.
what you are 100% correct, but I'll add even more. Okay? If that is the case, and this is a worldwide phenomenon, right? If that is really the case, then we should not be planning for inflation at all. Alright? What we are saying, at the end, these two are going to be so far apart that we are basically going to be beggars on the street.
Yep, that's true.
You are basically telling me I can be a qualified doctor, practice, and I will be a beggar on the street. if I take this to its end. Alright? I will be a beggar in the street. So can I still depend on money, on my job, on my salary? You know? And depend on this. Maybe I will still be okay. Maybe there's still enough time on this graph for me to be okay. 100, 200, 300 years from now. How is it gonna look, guys? If this graph continues the way it is, your kids will be so royally fucked.
Royally fucked.
Nah, okay.
You better take some other measures. Right? And that's why those people, you remember there were some teachers that used to tell us there will come a day where you will live from hand to mouth. Because they saw it. It didn't happen in their time. They thought it was going to happen in their time. They thought it was going to happen in our time. And now we start thinking it's going to happen in our time or our kids' time. Because we see the graph.
It's only going to get worse. If South Africa can't take South Africa back and say, look here, fuck these people that comes in here and want to say it's our fucking destination we're about to head to, then obviously things are not going to change. And
then what I'm saying is you need to. There's only one way you save your ass, and this is you can't. Number one, you can't save everybody.
I understand that if Titanic goes down, you need to save yourself first.
First, you save yourself and those immediate people around you. If you are able to save them, alright, then you can look further. Alright, you need to set up your family. If not you, maybe your next generation, maybe your kids. They need to go get a piece of land, big piece of land somewhere,
and go off the grid. That's the best advice, bro.
If it doesn't happen in your lifetime, if it doesn't happen in your kids' lifetime, it's gonna happen. Right? Everything comes to an end. And when the shit hits the fan, you can ask yourself what to do.
Yeah, it's better to be on your own because remember,
because you can't depend on the government.
If you start actually, depending on renewable energy, water that you actually get from the ground and use the rainwater and stuff like that.
Man, people watch these shows, Survivor, Alone, Life Below Zero, and there's another couple. They watch these shows mostly for entertainment and how are they going to make it. Right? I watch that shows. If everything goes to shit, what am I going to do? That's why I watch those shows. I don't watch who's gonna make it, who's going to win.
Who's gonna win the money?
I watch to see if shit hits the fan one day. The third World War breaks out. What you doing? Can you make a fire without matches or a lighter? Can anybody make a fire?
Not really, actually, because I did it before. If I can actually did it before with grass and shit, I did it before.
Can you filter water?
Yes, I can filter water.
What do you use to filter water?
Fucking sand and shit like that. I know how to fucking filter stuff and shit.
Properly.
But I still have to boil the fucking water.
Now to boil, don't need to make a fire, right?
To make a fire, right?
I'm just saying that is very. What I'm saying is.
Make a fucking fire.
What I'm saying is very extreme, but you need to prepare your next generation for that. It will probably not happen in our lifetime.
When last did you actually heard of people actually going camping and switching off their cell phones?
I think that's the thing that we need to
just going off grid, trying to survive.
And people, they cannot. This is impossible. I bought and I lost it in the fucking Takealot mail. I bought a piece of flint one day, right? Because I want to see how it works, power goes off, I don't have matches, I don't have a lighter, how do I put the gas stove on, right? And I bought this flint lighter. It's like the stone thing that you scratch off a metal, it makes a spark.
I got one like that actually. I got one like that.
And I bought that as a backup. It got lost and I'm still looking for one. And I said, wait, I can use this, right? But even if you lose that one day, if shit hits the fan one day, we don't know if there's another World War III coming. And actually, if you were to pay attention to, but it's just very hard to find, right? China made an announcement last week.
Him and Russia.
To his people, a public announcement to prepare. Told these people publicly prepare for war with the United States.
No shit.
Yeah. The United States this week, right, publicly went to their allies in the South China Sea to put more troops, more ships, more bases, so they can surround China. They already surround China, right? Their military. They already own basically all the shipping routes, or secured all the shipping routes in the South China Sea. Right? Their generals told the president and their troops to prepare for war with China this week. Now this is actually all show of force. They're not gonna fight, guaranteed. Right? But the fact of the matter,
Just to say
that from the 90s, when they start getting very friendly and trade friendly, till now the year 2020, right, 2021, it's not too long. They are now at this stage where they're showing their military. How far until we get to an actual war? It is far. It is far in reality. I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna happen in our lifetime. And probably not in our kids' lifetime. Right? But if some crazy person does something stupid, it might set up a spark. Right? Right? There's many things to prevent that. And if those cats start fighting,
you know that
we have to pick a side.
But you know that Russia and the Chinese, they're basically plotting something. You know that.
No, I've read 2-3 books on geopolitics.
But you know that they're like close friends. And I heard also, I didn't heard about the war, but now in this week I heard about actually I think the Chinese and the USA, they're not saying eye to eye anymore.
The problem is they cannot. It's like this. This is a very long topic. I can talk about this for hours. But basically, if I were to summarize it quickly, China and the US are partners. The one needs the other. The one cannot go on without the other. They know this. They might be showing all this in public to make the people happy. Behind closed doors, they're very choma friends. Right? They might just be showing this to show everybody, no, we hate, like rest, man. I'm gonna fuck you up.
But Donald Trump actually made it fucking, he actually said that, look, yeah, I hate him and I fucking just want to fuck him.
He says he hate him, and you know what?
But
and
they're allies, yeah.
You know what happened the next week? His daughter opened 5 shops in China.
True.
Yeah. So guys, these politicians say a lot of things.
No lies.
A lot of things.
And they're still making money.
But don't. That's why I don't believe anything a politician tells me. Nothing. I don't believe anything. They are politicians. Don't ever forget that. They are natural liars and deceivers.
Alright, so on top of a whole money matters tonight,
Guys,
obviously there's one thing that's really close to my heart, is the fact that before COVID, before this whole load shedding, I gotta use my cell phone like a cell phone. I use my daughter and stuff, and all of a sudden I don't get signal. Well, there's no data. What's going on, guys? Is it the cell phone towers? Are they not running on a backup system anymore?
No, they don't.
Why not?
Because they don't have to.
Why not?
Because we ain't gonna do anything about it.
Why not?
Because we are weak and soft.
Why?
Because like I told my uncle the other day, I think there's shit in the water. It made us weak and soft.
Is it?
That's my opinion.
Can you buy that shit in the shop?
Man, if this shit happened, alright? If this shit shutting everything down last year, you can't go to work, you can't make a living. If this shit happened, the towers are going down, no signal. If this shit happened, they're starting basically to shame and force people without using force to take the vaccines. Alright?
Yeah.
If you don't take it, you are stupid.
You will even know it.
Alright? If they did that same shit in the 1980s, do you think we would just stand around and say, yes, yeah, I mean? Or 1970s? Not a chance in hell, bruh. Not a chance in hell. We are soft. We have been softened.
We have been softened.
That tower going down now. If that should happen, 1980s, you go petrol bomb that fucking tower. Yes or no? Alright? You will go throw rocks in the street. Yeah. Now we are sitting here doing a podcast. And that's the thing. That is the thing, man. We've gotten soft. Nobody needs to do something for you unless you push him to do it. Unless you give him a reason to do it. And we have not given them a reason to put it.
It's the same in the workplace where you actually go and your boss will give you shit money, and if you don't complain, he's not gonna fucking do shit about it.
Why?
Why? Because why must he pay you more if you don't open your mouth? And sometimes you need to open your mouth and say, look here, this shit is not on.
We got in a week, man. We
got a week. Now we're just accepting. We just accept.
Yeah, that's the same thing like with all the topics that we're just accepting it. It's part of life.
It's part of life, yeah. We must accept it. Look at the stories that they put on now on the television. For the first time I watched this fucking series, what is it called? Saint Worcester. And I watched this bullshit that they put on there that they're displaying. And I told myself, fuck this shit really happens in real life, but can't you just put up a better picture?
Wait, is it that one where the husband is getting kind of abusive in the house?
Something like that, yeah. Or the one guy, his woman left him for another woman and shit like that.
Yeah,
Show me.
My Mochi watches all the soap. That's for women, man.
I'm like, show me.
I can watch.
Show me, man. Shit.
Aaron's
Show
playing
me.
a little, but not that.
Show me.
Show me something different.
Show me something different, man. Show me something that
man
I haven't seen before. Show me how you actually can go and say, look here to a woman, or a woman can go to another woman, and she can tell her, look here. What you just did is wrong. That is not the way to do things.
That's another topic for another day, man.
But I was just saying, because our time is running out, actually, guys.
Yeah.
That's why
I just want to go quickly back to the money before we run out of time.
Because this guy, he's on his money tonight. He's on his money ball.
I told Kes one day what I dream and what I'm planning with my kid. And she's 3, right? My plan is, and I'm very sure I can achieve it, especially with the technology we have today. My plan is by the time my child leaves high school, I want her to have her own business, 1, 2, or 3 businesses, and she needs to be able to generate at least a combined income from these businesses of around 25,000 rand a month after taxes. Alright? right?
Tax and expenses and stuff like that, basically.
Everything subtracted, I want her to make 25,000 rand, right? And you're gonna ask yourself, how you gonna do that? And my quick answer is, man, the world has changed, and nowadays kids at primary school levels start learning how to program.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and teach my child as early as possible how to program and how to make money from it, sell it, design websites, sell it, design apps, sell it. I want her to data mine and make her own cryptocurrencies and data mine them to generate money. You know, everything in the digital space that can generate money, I want her to use that. Then I want her to do something physical as well, whether it's buying or selling or doing a service, something small, and combinedly, I want her to make 25,000 rand a month by the time she finishes high school. When she finishes high school, she would have the programming knowledge, she will have the entrepreneurship knowledge and skills, and she will be able to stand on her feet without me or my wife helping her financially, right? And then she can have a choice where she wants to study, what she wants to do, whatever makes her happy, as long as it's not that fucking hippie art bullshit. Alright? She can go do something whenever she wants, and she will have whatever she does can fail or be a success, but she will have something she can fall on and something she has, and she will have a piece of land somewhere or a house that's hers, and she will be sorted out by the time she leaves high school. That is my goal, and I think it's achievable because I see this model happening in other countries, in Korea, Japan, and that when those kids leave high school, they start working. While they are in high school, they are working. They're learning business. They're doing that. When they go when those kids go out of high school, in their culture, they're going into life.
Yeah,
They're starting adult life.
If we
Really starting adult life.
I think if we leave school, especially in our communities, we leave school, it's like it's fun time.
Nah, it's done. It's over.
It's time to have fun.
It's over.
Fun.
Man, in the Asian cultures, when they leave high school, that's now starts life, man. You know, real serious adult life
and
starts.
I can see it in the communities.
You know,
Even we
and that's why they are so successful.
We will never be successful unless we can change the whole theory of how.
And that,
life
you know,
is supposed
that
to be.
comes to money. You know, that comes to money. If you teach these principles and you put these skills in your kids, you know, it's not too late for us to do it ourselves,
Yeah.
But in a young age.
but we can do it better for our kids, right? Right? And it doesn't have to be the model. It doesn't have to be the model that I just put, you know. What if your kid is very good with his hands?
There's something you can
You
do.
know? You take him every week, alright? You take him to go to an uncle that's a mechanic or somebody to go help him. He knows the tools and that. By the time that kid's 15, he can put an engine in and out by himself. Alright?
Yeah,
By the time he
yeah.
finishes school, he can go to a trade school or whatever. You know, he will be picked up so fast by the workshops and that. And he has a trade, he can work from home. He will have his own tools and workshop at home when he enters a trade school. Imagine
I
that.
think that's a good idea.
Maybe by the time he finishes that trade school, he will have a really good workshop. Alright? Spray painter, mechanic.
I think that's a good idea.
Maybe a girl that wants to be a nurse, maybe she can work part-time for free at a nursing home.
Guys, thank you very much for listening to us. Obviously, don't forget, Subscribe and click that share button, please. Share it amongst
Comment
your
on the
colleagues.
YouTube.
This
Share
is the
to
guys.
all friends.
This is the guys from Winner Smart. And please, guys, don't think that we really want to be smart, because we're not. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting us and been listening to us. Well, there's going to be another episode about finance, money, and stuff, because time is too short.
And I want to talk about the vaccine.
Leave the vaccine. I'm going to make you a zombie if you want me to. Alright, so peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Peace out.